Hi, good morning, everybody. I trust that you are well this morning. Again, another day the Lord has blessed us with, and much to be grateful for and appreciative for. But this morning, I just want to share something very quick and short with you, just with regards to the Ten Commandments. I've been thinking a lot about that. I've been thinking a lot about that for some time now. Ten Commandments, Exodus 20. My question then, comes about asking, which one of the Ten Commandments did you not break? So I ask myself this question, even which one of the Ten Commandments did you not break? Now, I know this is a difficult conversation, you see, because we tend to, especially when we are in leadership, or people are in leadership, we tend to have a certain stigma, a certain aura about ourselves in leadership, which I think is a little bit of foolishness. Actually not very wise to think that, but the realization that of the matter is that, I want to get into any of that, but which one of them did you not break? You see, that was the question that came into my head at the time. Which one of them did you not break? And above all of that, obviously going through the list now, I'm trying to identify which one I did not break. Now I know that this is, again, I'm going to say it's uncomfortable even, but I want to specifically speak to people that has been battling with this question, and a lot battles with this question without them knowing it, and it's not maybe as direct as I am approaching it now, okay? Because we are going to search, and we are going to find a manner to justify why we are not breaking whichever one as we are going down the list. And then we are going to think, I don't know if I'm the only one, maybe I'm just, couple of credits shy up here to be sane or something, but now you are busy justifying yourself as to why you are not breaking this one, and why you are not breaking that one, and why you are keeping this one, and why you are not keeping this. So you're busy doing that. I don't know, I'm busy doing that as we go along the lines, but then it dawned upon me, the Lord said to the Pharisees that if you break one of these laws, then you have broken all of them. Paraphrasing now, if you break one of these, then you have broken all of them. Then it brings me back to square one. I was like, then why have I been trying to justify why I did not break this one or break that one? Because, as I've mentioned, we've got a certain way that we think and look at ourselves when we become staunch Christians and seasoned Christians, and we tend to teach those that are now newborns within the faith. We tend to teach them the same manner of thinking. But I'm here this morning to tell you that the Ten Commandments was not, or is not, a specific list to show us this is what we need to amount to only. Don't get me wrong, we must live according to those commandments and keep them as best possible. In fact, you find that Ezekiel, and it's probably one of my go-to scriptures, 36:27 emphasizes that I will put my spirit in you and I will move you to keep my laws and decrees, right? So what happens in this case is it is God that moves you to keep his laws and decrees. It is him who moves you. You know, nothing good comes from us. Everything good comes from him. So having him inside, I know 1 Corinthians speaks about the same thing. You have the Spirit of God dwelling in you, you the church. You have the Spirit of God dwelling within you. Do you not know and understand? He emphasizes, do you not know and understand that you, the church, have the Spirit of God dwelling within you? Yeah? So that Spirit, according to Ezekiel 36:27, is actually saying that I move you and I will move you to keep those laws and decrees. But I just want to step back from that a bit, because my emphasis, the hook here, is to bring it to all of you to say that the list of the 10 commandments standards are so high. Because if you look in what he says in the book of Matthew, speaking under correction, in the book of Matthew, where he emphasizes that, you know, hate is murder. You see, we don't realize we covered, because we have, the word has been changed. It's called ambition now. See, and we teach our kids, be ambitious, be ambitious, be ambitious, be ambitious, not realizing that we're actually telling them to covet. So these standards have been set this high by God, by design, in fact, to show you and show me one thing, that we all fail that standard. And don't worry, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because the reliance was never on us succeeding. That's not what this relies on. That's not what this is built on. It wasn't built on us succeeding. It was built actually on us completely and entirely throwing ourselves upon God, depending on him. It's called poverty of spirit, a utter dependence on the Lord, a complete surrender to any manner, method, ability that we have and possess, and only the reliance, complete reliance on God. That's what this depended on. So those commandments are so high and so sharp, you see, that each time we try and take this thing in our own ability, we fail. And that is by design, because he allows us to run to the end of ourselves by our doing and our methods and our planning and all of the things, because that is how he actually captures us, by letting us run to the end of ourselves. And that's my message today to all who are concerned about fitting the mold. I don't think God ever designed us to fit the mold, and it was never to uphold the 10 commandments and be perfect in them, but it was also a measure to show, guys, this is the standard. And if you look at that standard, it is a very, very high standard, designed so that we realize that it would never be able to be accomplished in our own strength. It needs supernatural and divine intervention for it to be made possible, and it is only done in him. Remember what he says about impossible. What is impossible with man is possible with the Lord. So do not fret. Okay, the weakness God is creating in you, the weakness that God is pointing out in you, is what God wants you to realize, but also at the same time to say to you that even though you've got that, I'm designing it so that you realize that I'm your hope, my brother, my sister. I am your strength. In me you will find rest. With me, in me, through me, by me, for me. This is how you succeed. There is no other way. So stop trying, because I know I can see you are tired. You are so tired of trying to uphold the standard which you fail by default. Stop trying, because rest is a form of worship, and resting in Him will renew your strength. Let me tell you that. Today, my encouragement is rest in the Lord. Because if you really look back, I want you to just look into your life in the next 2 minutes, and you see how busy and how hurried our lives are. That's the devil's work. Busyness and hurry, I've heard one time, is not the devil. Is not of the devil. It is the devil. So rest assured that it is found in Him, and He is the only way that we succeed in this life. God bless you. Have an awesome Saturday. Cheers.